Cameras up, everyone. Towelliee here with another 10.2 PTR raid testing video. We have here Igira the Cruel from Amirdrassil, the Dreams Hope raid, coming to you to a patch near you. Now, this boss is a little bit harder than the first boss we covered in Gnarl Root. I'm not even sure if Agera is the second boss of the raid. She's listed second on the boss page, but when you have raids that have wings and different paths you can take to go to different bosses, I guess we'll see when the raid launches. But let's get right into the video. This boss has some pretty cool mechanics. This boss basically has energy. Once she reaches 100 energy, we have to trigger one of the 3 charred ancient weapons on the ground. You could see one at the start of the fight here, and there's one in the upper right hand corner here. So basically, if you're looking at the mini map up here, there's one here, one right where we're standing here, and another one over here. Each one of these do different abilities. Now we get to dictate which ones we want to see, and that's where it's going to get interesting later on. So let's go ahead and do a little VOD review of this fight. Now, the tank mechanic here is like Sludge Fist from Nathria. You basically want to have both tanks stacked tight the entire time. As you can see, it's a little tricky at the beginning getting settled in. So as we are tanking the boss, whoever is tanking the boss first will start getting stanks. We're going to start getting stanks, boys. We're going to be very stanky. Stacks, I believe it's called Drenched Blades. It's basically a bleed or a debuff. It's almost listed as a bleed, but you're basically taking Shadow Flame damage per second, and it just ramps up higher and higher the more stacks you have. We didn't really know how many stacks we wanted to taunt at. We tried like 5, 7, 8, 10, 11. Anything past 7 or 8 felt really, really bad, so we were trying to taunt it within the 5 to 7. Usually when we do raid testing, we concentrate more on the raid mechanics, but if we see that there's a tank mechanic really nuking and killing us and affecting the progression of the bosses, then we kind of just try to figure it out quickly or take the safe route. So basically tanks stack together, and the main tank takes the main hit. The other tank just takes the extra hit from the boss, just like a Sludge Fist. And the person who is currently being targeted, main tanking the boss, gets the Drenched Blades. Other tank taunts at whatever stacks, and then rinse and repeat there. I think we missed the one ability. So here's Blistering Spears. Basically, the boss is going to put circles under your feet. It's going to shoot spears at the players. It's going to tether you to the spear. We just have to nuke the spears down. So right here, I just basically save my Divine Toll the spears, along with everybody else nuking it down while everyone's tethered. Now they're untethered. Now we're free to go. Now the boss's energy is at about almost like 80% here. Now Twisting Blades right there. Let's show that again one more time. Is basically just she points at the raid, throws out these 3 blades, just have to dodge it. No big deal there. That one's pretty easy to manage and handle. Now here we go. We're going to hit 100 energy. Marked for Torment. Everyone gets knocked back, and now we all have to go to whatever weapon we want her to use. You're going to see you have to basically soak the tree or the little charred ancient. So you see right there, you're okay standing in it for now. So that's the soak. So you're basically soaking it down. Now, it could get a little tricky because you cannot see the final circle, and you do have a split second to soak the final, I guess, tick to activate it. So as you can see right there, we stayed in a little bit longer. It is activated. I'm pretty sure we'll have a weak aura letting us know that it's fully activated. If not, someone could just go over there and just soak the remaining part of it. There's going to be AoE all over the ground. Here, we want to make sure that we kind of stay together. I'm talking about me and the off tank. And now we're back. And now she's going to take her weapon, and now she has it in her hands. And now she's going to use the ability for this charred ancient weapon, which is going to be, I believe it's called Marked Skewer. There's another Twisting Blaze. Get out of the way of that. Waiting for it. Racking Skewer. So Racking Skewer basically is, it's supposed to be a soak mechanic where you just have everyone soak. I think it's like a lot of, it's millions of damage. And the people who soak get stunned for like 20 seconds. But then we found out that if you just have a blood DK or a prop paladin, you could just bubble taunt it, or you can just have AMS IBF for blood DK, and that works too because it'll get you out of the stun. I believe we did use revival on one of them. So here's our first Racking Skewer. Blood DK just solos it. Yay, that's very easy. I want to say we do get a second one. I want to say she does 2 per phase. Let's see. Yeah, the dot chunks really hard on tanks. Like there was a funny moment because when we have to go out and soak, if the blood DK has the stacks, the drenched blades debuff with the shadow flame magic ticking. Yeah, see that for this one we all stacked. We all got stunned, and I believe we just revivaled to get out of it. So that worked out pretty well. You could do that as well. So there's lots of different things you could do within the raid. Another twisting blades, and that's pretty much it. So this video, I got three different videos because I want to show you all 3 of the weapons that she goes after. But yeah, funny part that happened was our blood DK was the last person tanking before she intermissioned. So he had to drench blaze. So he's ticking for like 2 million shadow flame damage. So we usually we leave the blood DK at the boss the whole time while everyone else soaks the weapon so that he can death strike and survive. And in one of our attempts, I think a priest gripped him to the weapon to soak, and he's like, "No, I need to be near the boss to death strike." And it's kind of crazy, man. Even I mean, I died a bunch on this fight because you see over here, we're going to soak this second weapon. Now, the second weapon, we didn't see the fight. I mean, I think she's undertuned. But you can see right there was still a little circle left. We had to stay a little bit extra time to soak it, and now it's officially gone. As long as you soak it before her Mark the Torment cast is over, you should be good. But yeah, so this will not show you what that ability does. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to another little VOD here. I'll show you one of each. I believe this is, I want to say this is the one that we just soaked, the middle weapon. And this ability, we'll see in a few seconds after. It seems like the boss always does a twisting blades before she does the ability of the weapon in after the soaking phase. So smashing Visera, basically the boss does kind of like a Rashok leap, and you just can't stand within the impact point, or else you'll take a lot of Shadow Flame damage. You take a lot of Shadow Flame damage in this entire raid. You'll see every boss journal ability is Shadow Flame damage. So, use those immunities, health pots, health stones, whatever you got to do to survive. But here comes the smashing Visera. Leap, smash, gets out of the way. And you obviously do not want to get hit. Now here we made a brutal mistake. The boss goes right into attack mode, and both myself and the other tank are not standing together, and I am already taking damage. I want to say maybe I might have clipped some of that fire damage. Or, oh no, it's because I have drenched blades. I have the debuff, so I'm already taking Shadow Flame damage. Actually, I think I did get clipped. What time is it? 2:53. Let me see. So let's see the ability again. Smashing Visera. Boom. No, we're good. We're good. I think I dodged it. So here we go. Dead. So I think in the future, at that point, we're probably not going to move much. Because I believe, actually, who was that on? Now that I think about it, who was that on? Because that targets a player. That player got targeted. And then I think the second person got targeted but never moved. Maybe, was it us? It might have been me. Was it me? But dude, I just figured that out. I think it was me. It's gonna be me. Hold on. Let's see. Like, I don't have the debuff right now. He has the debuff. Because you can see that there's a little arrow above the player. And then here, yeah, I have no idea. Maybe you guys in the video could catch it. I'm an old blind man. But anyway, that's the ability. That's the second weapon that you're going to deal with if you choose to do that weapon. Let's see if we can see it one more time. The Blood Decay survived like fucking 30 stacks of that debuff. It was actually insane. I couldn't believe it. I was like, come on, man. I'm over here just standing in my Consecrate. There's another one. And then there's another one. Yeah, it gets pretty crazy. I'm pretty sure. Well, here's the thing, right? Like on Mythic difficulty, there's going to be 2 weapons that you have to soak. So you're going to have to split up your raid on Mythic, 10 players and 10 players, and you're going to have to choose which weapons you want to activate for the fight. Now let's see the third one. So that's Visera. And I believe this one is the facing the boss now left weapon. And this one is, I believe, a healing absorb that you have to. There you go. You see it? So everyone, we had a weak aura already set for it. Basically, everyone has a healing absorb of like, it looks like 520k. I forgot. Let's see if I can figure out what it started with. Yeah, so this is already after we soaked that one on the left over there. If you want, we can actually just watch that part, but, you know. So here you go. We're going to see the weak aura pop up. It's going to show everyone's healing absorb. There you go. And basically, the healers just have to heal. And then after the absorb is done, it, like, shoots out, like, these little circles for the players after it's over. And that's it. That's that mechanic. Didn't seem like it was that crazy on Heroic. It seemed pretty easy to deal with. But, I mean, that's basically it. That's Igira. And, to me, the hardest part of this fight, more than likely, is going to be dealing with which ones you want to manage on Mythic. But so far on Heroic, you deal with one weapon at a time. This should be a pretty easy boss for most groups to handle. I think the tank damage is really crazy for Heroic. I can't wait to see what it's like on Mythic. So once we figure out how many stacks we're going to be taunting at, I think it's supposed to be like 5, between 5 and 7. Anything past 10, you're like in a danger zone, popping your own spell warding and bubbles and CDing yourself. Now you cannot bubble off that Drenched Blades. I tried bubbling it off, bopping it off. If you spell ward it, you can immune the stacks that are occurring, but then it'll just start accumulating after your spell warding is over. But yeah, so that's pretty much it. That is Agera the Cruel on Heroic difficulty for the new raid. Let me know what you guys think of the fight. Can't wait to do this boss on Mythic testing. We'll have a video for that once that happens. And always come to the stream, hang out. We do raid testings on Thursdays and Fridays, 1 p.m., 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, unless Blizzard does the changes in time or changes the times, whatever. And that's it. Thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful and beautiful day. I like them thick, man, let me tell you.